Hey people, what's up? This is Eternal718. I'm coming at you with a new live beat called Unleash the Flame. So here we go. And yeah, let's rock. So yep, that was it. And what I'll do quickly, since I have a few seconds left, I'll pretty much go through all the sounds that I used, let you hear them individually, so that way you guys can pretty much get a clue how like I made it, or at least sound-wise get a clue. So the first thing that I used was Thor. And then the second thing was an arpeggiator. Well, this is the same sound, honestly, this is the same sound, but I just arpeggiated it. Oh yeah, here we go. So that's pretty much an arpeggiator that I used on top of it, and then I have a maelstrom that I use for the bass, and that's the Zeroalizer bass. If you look on bass, if you look up like on your recent factory sound bank and you go to bass for maelstrom and you look at the very last thing, you're gonna see Zeroalizer, and it's one of my favorite basses and reason. So that's pretty much what I used for that. And then you got a combinator, a special combinator that I used for the drums, where I kind of combined Kong and ReDrum together, and I just kind of wired them together, and I used ReDrum to do all this like sequencing with the drums, and pretty much these are what the drums pretty much sound like. Let me solo them, just kind of isolate so that way you can hear what everything sounds like. Now, for those who want to know, look for the Kong. If you look for like drums and hip hop drums, you look for down low on Kong. As far as the presets are concerned, and that's pretty much what I use. And then I sequenced it on my own using ReDrum. Next sound that I used is that's a sound specifically that I made in with the combinator. I call it ill raw space, and I created that myself using using the combinator, and I combined all three different synths and Reason together. I combined the Subtractor, the Maelstrom, and the Thor together, and I came up with that sound. And yep, that's fine. So next thing that I used was this. That is the perfect piano. I literally I created that, and it was a piano that I created in the combinator specifically for making sure that it cuts through any track. Like it's a frequency that's gonna cut through no matter what on any track. It doesn't matter how many sounds it's gonna cut through. So that's one that I created in the combinator, and then you got combinator 3. The last thing that I used was that's another thing that I created in the combinator. So I just used a lot of things that I created and put together from the combinator, and also a couple presets from the Maelstrom, and yeah. So I hope you enjoyed what you heard, and yeah, feel free to listen again, and if you like what you hear, subscribe. Alright? Peace.